Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Commodity Futures Report for Wednesday, June 15, starting with the US dollar index here on the intraday chart. I'm still going to stay with wave B, even though it's gone above wave 3 here. It is possible to count this as an A and a B and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 very nicely for wave 4. I'll just see how this plays out. The euro, that's doing the opposite to this, hasn't made a new low below its wave 3, so that's why I'll stay with it. But I want to call this top in right here, because as I did this morning, as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, so we call that top in. We've seen it drop from that point, but it doesn't mean that it's going to come all the way down here for this. We'll certainly see some type of correction at minimum coming down to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, but we still could get this move up here, and then in that case we'll be looking for a more bullish move. I mean, we're looking for a bullish move anyway in terms of wave 3 here, an A and a B and a C, but because it's taken out the top there, that means an expanded flat, so that means we'll be taking out the low here as well on that. So a bit of a bull bear trap. But let's just get organized on that first. Nothing to do today, but those high prices are putting pressure on the commodities, and starting with gold. This is Barrick gold here. That's how we're looking at GDX with 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 dropping for the low here. It should look, it's got a good chance to retest the 20. It's quite normal for a market to drop through something and then retest it, so we know that just looking at a very basic picture here, coming through then retesting it. A lot of the times it will come back above the level as well, so we always need to be prepared for that as well. When it comes through the level, goes back above it, and then comes down, and we pick it up over here for that. But anyway, just having a look at Barrick gold, it's a bit like Newcrest. We've done the same thing with Newcrest Mining, which is an Australian company as well, in that from the top here, daily chart got 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, and then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. So we've been short in this and just expecting this to continue its little journey down here for this, but that's here nor there. When we look at GDX, for example, we're seeing the same thing. We're seeing that 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 here. So we'll look at shorting this. We'll just wait for the retest here, because it's possible that all of this move down here is just wave 1. I haven't pulled it apart, going back for wave 2 and then coming down, but anyway, I'll have a little look at that in due course. So the gold here, I want to look at it in the same way. This is an intraday chart here, so it's a little bit different, but the same thing with GDX, down for 1, back for 2, down for 1, back for 2 here, and then further down, and we've got 5 waves here, so we can go down for 1, back for 2. So we're gonna, when this starts to rally here, we're going to have a closer look at it, and we'll find our way in to have a short position based on this 1 and 2 here. This is this 1 and 2. We'll be shorting the B wave basically, but we'll try to get that a bit better. It's possible that we've got all this as a triangle pattern coming down here as well. So the triangle pattern was wave D over here, so I could look at this as wave C here. We could just, I mean, it's just not, it's probably not the case, but I'm not in a position to rule it out just yet. So an AB, so I'll put it, should have been there, an ABC for wave C, and then an A wave here, and then an ABC with a nice C wave down here, and 5 waves for wave B here, and then going up for 5 waves here for wave D over here for that, and then wave E over here. Copper is a little bit the same as this. We'll be looking at that at the daily chart. So looking at GDX and so on, it looks like we're going to be coming further down, but I can't rule out the bigger picture triangle pattern because we've got a few things on it. But anyway, what we'll do is we'll wait for this rally to come into play here, and we'll just look to see if we get this ABC pattern here, and we'll short wave 2, and if not, we'll have to track 5 waves back up to up into this space up here for that, and then look for wave E. I mean, I hope it is the triangle pattern. It'll be less grief for the gold bugs, but yeah, reality's the god, and we need to stay within that. Okay, so Silver the same as well. We can look at it as wave 3 here with an A and a B and a C up here for wave 4. It's possible to look at this as wave 1 and 2 here, and we'll do the same here again as well. We're not interested in trading this unless we take that low out here. Don't worry about that particular price point. It's probably not right, but we should get that rally off here. We can look at this. We look at this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. A bit of a high wave 4, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a little bit rugged, but we've all got a few rough edges, so we'll just stay with that for the time being. We don't have a trade set up here for the precious metals, but the pressure is to the downside, and this is the soft commodities here. As you may know, this DB Agricultural here, and these are its constituents in here. We'll be looking at sugar and soybeans and corn and wheat. They're kind of some of the majors in all of this, and I've got them all pulling down, and you know, we've been looking at this for quite some time, pulling down. It's a bit slow motion, but yeah, we're looking at wave 4 here, and I can still see, you know, even if we looked at this as an A and a B in here, we'd still look at this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. It still has further to go. Even when it lands, you know, we'll try to pinpoint it when it lands, but we still want to see an impulse wave coming up this side here, then the pullback, and then we'll go into it, and then we'll go from, you know, let's just say 22 to 25 at that point and get out at that stage. So when we have a quick look at the constituents in this is sugar here. I haven't got it labeled. It's pulling back. It's not it's all about this number here. And we've got a bit of a classic trading levels pattern happening here, but we're not on the other side of it. So we'd have the arrival, the reaction. We still need the first high above the level, and then we would need an ABC over here. This is not a, you know, it's not a big weight in that index, but this is where we'd catch it over here. So we've still got a lot to go over here with all of this. But anyway. Wheat, we've always been looking at this as the A, the B and the C wave here. So we've got 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, the third, fourth, fifth. So, you know, we back down here for that. But I hope it drops below the level. Then we can go long on the level and push up at that point. So we should be able to get up to 1500, because when you think about it, this period across here is the accumulation phase, which should equal the distribution phase in terms of unit for unit, in terms of time squaring up with price. Richard Wyckoff, Gann, all those dudes. And corn. Corn's actually showing a little bit of life here. I can see this is an impulse wave. We could probably look to go long on this. Let's just have a little look. Got one extra wave in there, so I have to be careful. Look, if it looks like it wants to push up from that point. We'll just give it a few sessions. We've been looking at it. It's looking good. We can get an A wave, a B wave, and 1 and 2 to here, 3, 4, and 5. So we can get it, but you know, it may not be over just yet either. But I think it's okay. I mean, this is nice and sideways, so typical wave 4 here. And this one is coming back pretty sharply, so I don't know if we can, how to look at that. Or what have we got back here? Okay. It's probably just another 1 and 2, unless it's an AB thing. I have to have a look at I mean, there'll be definitely seasonal flows in all of this too, that you know, if anything's got any cycles, it's definitely the nature. Okay, so, but anyway, it's looking good. Soybeans, it's not ready to go up yet either. This looks like it's in 5 waves here. Probably get 3 waves out of it. It looks like 5 here, but then we've got a few. Anyway, it's just not ready. This level here, the 1650, is really part of the 18. So 18 is part of group. 2000 is a major level. 1500 is a medium level. 1650 is a medium level as well. So 1650, 1720 and 18, those 3 there will come into play. We should actually put them in 17, 20 and 18. That's all of group 2 really. But if and when, if I see a pattern, I mean, it looks like it wants to pop up from here. It can be up for one, an ABC pattern here, but if we see a little impulse wave here, we'll have a look at getting a position here and then building on top of this and going up further, because markets are just trends and corrections at different degrees, and this is a correction here, and that's where trends are engineered from. And we need to, you know, when a correction sort of really matures, you know, you can really get to see it then, you know, and this is, I think, what we're looking at the moment. But still, we want a little impulse wave here to give us on the right track. But this could help push DB Agricultural up as well, but we still want to see a bit more lows come in for that, so it's not ready yet. And we could get, you know, we could end up being 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. That's the other side to this coin here. That's why we need to wait at that stage. But anyway, we'll get it. Crude oil, last time we spoke, we're looking for this as being the high here, so I'm just going to remove that. I'm not sure what this is just yet here, but you know, if that's the top, I don't see any reason here, so we can basically go, if I'm wrong, we'll need to go long above that top. We don't want to go short, and we, you know, it looks like we're going into some, we're either going into the triangle pattern here with the A wave, the B wave, and the C and the D and the E, or we'll be looking at 5 waves coming down here for this. One or the other. I won't short something while I'm sitting above the level, not when it's not when the trend is up and is testing it for support. You really want to be on the right side at the right time, so you need to have a few boxes ticked, and we'd be trading against the trend and would also be sitting on support, so that doesn't really make too much sense at that point. So they're too biggies, so we need to be, yeah, as I said, on the right side at the right time, so we just need to wait for that. So we've been waiting, we'll continue to wait. Natural gas has fallen out of bed, so we're looking at wave 3 over here, wave 4 here, and then going 5 waves up for wave 5, calling the top in there. We've got an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. The B wave should have 5 waves in it, so I was thinking I need to have a double check on this, but 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 here, and 3, 4, 5. So I think we've got wave 4 here that can pull back out to 38.2%, but probably it will struggle to find support on top of the 500 here. That would be a nice sort of little area to look at. Anyway, we can take part profit at this price, and we'll take the rest down here. Thank you very much. So on the 6,500, and that should give us pretty close down here. Once again, once this is finished here, then we'll need to see an impulse wave to the upside, because if I've made a mistake, then this would be a wave 5 up here, and then I've made a serious mistake. And then we'll have to look to wait for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down here, and then the ABC, and then short it. But it's pretty clear I've got an ABC here, so I've always thought it's always corrective, so that's telling me I'm on the right track. But you know, I like to be open-minded and look at everything. But anyway, if we've got half a position here and a full position here, and if you want to take some money off the table here, that's cool, and we can take the rest off down here as well for that. So that's natural gas and iron ore. So I don't know if iron ore is bearish or bullish. I can look at I assume it's bullish, because my first leg down here is in 3 waves. So there's a nice clear 3-wave move here. So this first little move here is telling me it's in 3 waves. So it's telling me it's corrective, meaning that all of this over here is all corrective, or at least all of this. So I could have this here as an A wave, a B wave, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So an ABC to that point. I can count that as 1 and 2 here, and 1 and 2 here. I could look at this as 1 and 2 again here as well. I don't have 5 waves here. If I do get 5 waves here, then I'll look at it as a bearish. So I can see here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from that point to that point, but I've still got that, and maybe even that top there. So I would need to see a nice clear 5-wave structure down here, and then an ABC pattern here. And once I've got that ABC pattern, we can short it here, or short, you know, iron ore stocks, whatever, and then we would have 3, 4, 5. Now, even once we've got 5 waves here, that might just be a larger A wave, B wave, and C wave there. So we still wouldn't be out of the woods at that point there either. So we need to just move step by step, and we'll pop our head in now and again and take some money off the table and then leave it. So we're just waiting. We traded some of this up, but we'll leave it now and we'll get it over here. And if this pushes, this could just push straight up here. And if that's the case, then we'll be looking and treating all this as 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, and then we'll be looking to go long up into up here for this. So I won't bother having a look at the Singapore seaborne iron ore. We looked at that this morning in the Australian video. So copper, I won't go to the intraday, but I just wanted to point this out here because it's this, all this top here is the same as the gold, isn't it? So if we go back to gold for a moment, where's gold here, and we go to the weekly chart here, we can go to 1 week or 2 weeks here, might even be better at a monthly. It doesn't matter. This is weekly and this is weekly here, so I need to just sort of spread that out a little bit. So you can see that this pattern here is really very much the same as this pattern here. So it's a bit of a common pattern around the place as such. So you know that I'm still trying to figure out if we've got the triangle pattern here or we've got a deeper move to the downside here. So wave 4 can come down here for that as well. I mean, I could put wave 4 here and call wave 5 top in here, but it's a little bit flimsy. It's just not, hasn't really taken it out by much and so on. So we're going to run with this still being wave 4 correction in this space here. But we need to be a little bit careful because, you know, that count that I've got on GDX, that's kind of bearish, you know. So this could be bearish or it could go into the triangle pattern here. I don't know at this particular point. We just need to give it, I don't know how long. That move up there is corrective, so that's a bit of an issue, but anyway, there's nothing to be had here just yet. You know, this move down here is probably impulsive, the same as gold, so we could have a rally back and then down again from that point. So we do need to be careful about that, but we don't have a we don't have a trade set up yet for copper, so we don't need to get into it. Nickel, so we're left here with the A, the B and the C wave, a 3-wave counter trend, so we'll take this low out. At this stage, we'll look at it as 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5 here. But even so, when this comes down to here, we'll have to be, that may not be the low over here either. That might just be wave 1 at that point. So we'll need to do some work on that. Because when it fell out of bed back over in the days, you know, from over here, we've still got to kind of figure out, you know, where that sits on all of that. So it's still a bit of an issue, this one. But on the short side, we'll take that out if it's going to be bearish. Otherwise, we'll build a case to the long side. We'll go bit by bit. You know, sometimes we're in it for a little while. We normally get to break even or have a very small loss or get in, you know, normally we get into profit. But so, yeah, we're pretty good at getting through the situation. I mean, really, the thing is that out of 10 trades you do, you'll make all your money out of 2 trades, because even if you're really quite good, and that means consistently good, and out of 10 trades you get 5 consistently right out of 10 trades, those 5 that you get right, really, you know, some of them are going to break even, some of them are going to make a little bit of money, but really maybe 2 of them, you know, the 80-20 principle, 2 of them will do quite well. So the other 5 trades that you lose, you know, if you're losing 1% per trade, that's 5% that you're going to lose out of 10 trades, 5%, and then you're going to get a few break even. So most of your money will come from 2 trades. Okay, the last one is uranium. So this move up through here is a corrective pattern. So we've tracked all that up. We've turned it up inside out. We did all the right things with it and everything, but unfortunately it's just corrective, and that means it needs to take out this low here at some point. I haven't totally pulled apart this here, but I can see that it's impulsive, and I also know that it will like to sit around this number for a little bit. So it may or may not be the low here, but what we're going to do is just wait for it to have its ABC correction, and then it'll be going down again at that point, and we'll look to short that once we get that corrective rally in place there. So just to repeat, there may be another little low to come in here. I mean, I can count 5 waves in here. That looks okay. I need to do the work inside here to have a bit of a look at it. I can see that. That's wave 1 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I wonder if that's all sort of stretched down for that point. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. We're just going to wait for the rally here, and then we'll be going down again at that point. So we don't have 5 waves up here, unfortunately. Alrighty, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.